Dismissing a complaint against Windstream over a series of 911 outages.
Instead, it's approved a remediation plan to make future incidents less likely to happen. Here's 6 News' Joe Harris with more.
Well, Jacqueline and John, the complaint against Windstream came after 3 911 service disruptions between September 2023 and this past January. Now, while the Public Service Commission has dismissed that complaint today, they approved the remediation plan, and part of that requires Windstream to improve its backup systems to address power outages. It also includes adding a third network path for another layer of reliability and protection. That path will be able to carry all of Windstream's traffic in Nebraska in the event the other 2 go out or need repairs. Now, they'll also need to get a third-party auditor to do a system reliability and engineering review of their network in the state. Now, the agreement with Windstream also provides for civil penalties if the company doesn't complete these improvements by the end of next year. Live from the newsroom, Joe Harris, 6 News.